Somebody asked me, how do you really feel about your ex now? So let's talk about that, shall we? It's been nearly 2 years since we broke up, but it wasn't 2 years because there was so much back and forth. We broke up in November 2024. And then after that, it wasn't just like I had all the self worth in the world. I went back and forth. We had so many conversations trying to get to a place where we could move forward or agree on something. He wanted to come back many times. And I think because we have a son, there were so many times where we were in the same place. And I tried to do the co parenting thing where we could be like a family, a co parenting family. But because there was so much like unresolved conflict, and we just perpetually to this day disagree on why we broke up. To me, we broke up because I felt unheard and there was so much unrepaired hurt from the past that I just couldn't let go of. I wanted there to be healthy resolution. And I also saw that as a vital thing for the health of our relationship. But he thinks that I just got obsessed and that social media ruined our relationship. And that if I hadn't have watched so many videos on the internet, then I never would have been so brainwashed. That is honestly what he thinks. And because we just cannot agree, and like I couldn't get over the hump of like, look, this happened, this hurt, can we talk about it? And there'd be a two-way conversation with that. Like we couldn't, in my opinion, move forward. And I think because there was so much unresolved conflict, like whenever we would be in the same environment, we'd go back into the same dynamic of there being this distance and this longing for it to work because we loved having a family. We love our son. We love the times where we're all out and about and we're doing something together with our son. We're not focusing on fixing our relationship. We're just enjoying being with our son. That feels really nice. And so whenever we would do that, we'd both start feeling like, oh, this is good. Like, why are we not a family? And then we'd start talking about it again, and then it would turn into a horrible, disagreement where we just couldn't ever get on the same page. And it's just so frustrating. So I think like now I'm not heartbroken about it. I don't miss him. I don't wish he would come back. I don't want that relationship back because it was really, really never going to work. Like it couldn't work. But I think I still, maybe just for the fact that we have a son, like I feel really sad about the fact that it couldn't be resolved because I wanted a family, and I think he's a fool for not being able to see that I would have done anything to make our relationship work. I would have done anything to make our family work. I did do everything I could to make our family work. And I think that is one of the most frustrating things that bothers me to this day, that he can't see that. So sometimes he'll say something and I'll be like, oh, it is so frustrating that you see it like that. Like, and I know two realities can exist at the same time, but because he's so adamantly like, I got brainwashed and I, whatever it is that he thinks, he can't hear me, he can't see me, he can't understand, he can't get on the same page, he can't get to my level. We can't have a heart to heart ever because he's absolutely adamant that he's right about me, you know, uh, being the cause of the ruin of our relationship. And I just find that that is an impossible place to gain connection from. So that was really frustrating. And sometimes they'll say things that really trigger me into going, oh my God. And I find it hard not to be like, no, that's not it. So that's frustrating. We have a lot less communication now because especially this year. I think at the beginning of this year I just decided I am not going to try to convince this person to see it differently because it's burning me out, it's exhausting me. And we have had all of this year with much less communication, much less family time because that wasn't working. And whenever we do have that time, I think I'm not over it because I still get very activated. Like, as in, I still feel I can still feel quite anxious about that because I feel like it's a pull still. It can be a pull to be like, there's a family, there's the family that I wanted, and it doesn't work. That feels like still a bit of a conflict for me that I haven't fully accepted. But essentially, it's much better when we don't spend a lot of time together or speak about our relationship. Which is obviously sad because I think if we'd have been able to get to a place of like acceptance and like, okay, this doesn't work. We loved each other. We love each other. We tried. But it and maybe we will get to this place like in time. But I think because there's been such a conflict about why we broke up, and we both still feel a lot about it. He's wanted to come back many times, and there's always been a block because I'm like, it's not that I don't want him to be a family. It's just that I know that nothing has changed. I know that he still thinks of me in this negative way, which would inevitably cause problems, and we both are in at odds about that. So that doesn't work. I think he's dating someone else in a different country, and I had a normal human reaction to that as well. I find that really, it's like, it's she was watching my stories and I was like, I know you. I know who you are. Hello. Hi. Ask me any questions. I recommend you do. And I kind of just, I don't know, how do I feel about that? Again, not heartbroken, not like, more just like, oh God, okay, do that then. It's more like that. Like I say, I wouldn't say, so I'm not heartbroken. How do I explain how do I feel about it? I'm not heartbroken. I'm sad that my family didn't work, but I don't doesn't keep me up at night anymore. I feel way more at peace in general. Like look, I'm so much more creative now. Like I feel more free, more open, more like yes to life, more excited about the future, more confident in myself, more trusting of life, more capable, better mother. Like all these things are like an amazing benefit of honestly not being together. It's a shame that I couldn't feel like this when I was with him. That's the sad thing. That's what I wanted to feel, but I didn't. And so I think like it's this kind of thing of, on one hand, I'm like, I'm so much better now, I'm so much happier, I'm so much more at peace. I'm still a bit lost in terms of like, what the hell am I doing with my life, my career, my business? Come to the living room. That would be good. The living room is where we talk about all this sort of thing, and you can relate to me and I can relate to you, and we share the journey of overcoming these difficult things, the conflict of like, yes, it's better. Yes, it's better in many ways to not be together in a stressful relationship, but there's also a normal human amount of sadness and frustration with something that you loved, wanted to work. And I wanted to love that man. I did love that man. I literally saw the best in him. I saw, and there's so many good things about him and us as a family. It's just that there was a level of disrespect, I will just say, that I was not willing to tolerate in a family with a child. No, not doing it. I'm still not doing it, and that's still the block. I just think it was a mismatch in terms of emotional connection, and like I say, I haven't fully got to complete peace with it because I still think there's such a shame. But as I'm talking about it now, I'm like, no, it's not. It would never. It won't work ever. And it's fine, and it is fine, and it's so much easier now that we're actually not together, living in the same place. He has a really good relationship with Noah when he sees him. You know, which is less than I would like. But he's when they're together, like he has a really good. He loves him. He has such a good, fun connection with him. But you know, now I can be the best parent that I can be. He can be the best parent that he can be, and there's many benefits to that. Hopefully, we'll get to a place where we can all be in the same place, and it doesn't create any kind of animosity or conflict we're not quite there yet. Anyway, I just thought I'd share this honest video about where I'm at with that. And in terms of like the idea of dating somebody else, I'm not there. No, I don't want to do that yet. I really, really am not ready to invite another man into this house. I just don't want that. No. And I don't worry about it either. I do not worry about that. I know that like someone at some point will come along and it will be organic and it'll be natural, it'll be easier. And I'll be more ready then, but I'm not at the moment, and I'm not worried about if it never happens, to be honest. I'm kind of like, it's cool, but I think it probably will happen at some point. That's why I'm not worried about it, you know? So it'll happen when it happens. At the moment, I'm enjoying getting to know myself again and getting to know what I want to do, creating something, building something, like having fun, just sharing my life, my story. And yeah, and it's good. It's this time of exploration, and we'll just see what happens. Anyway, thanks for being here. We've got the living room today at 4 o'clock UK time. It's a beautiful space. Come and talk to me about what's been happening. And I'll see you in the next video.